Dear fellow women, the reason I'm speaking for you today is that I'm standing up for all of us, for all the women who are not included in our women empowerment and still are considered inferior by the government of their country and above all by men. People think women are submissive to men, that they are purely for reproduction and taking care of her child and husband. They think men have more rights in this society than women, and we have to show them the opposite. On July 20th, there appeared a news item on the internet about women in North Afghanistan from whom it was forbidden to leave their house without their husband. During the governance of the Taliban, women were forced to wear burqas by which their body was fully covered because there was said that some cosmetic shops would have been used for prostitution. With some women, their finger even got cut off because they wore nail polish. Another news item about Islamic women from October 13th was about Adil Rashid, a man who believes in the Islam and who had raped a girl of 13 because he thinks women are worthless. This happened in England. Back in the deep 20th century, a married woman was seen as a dependent person. The wife owed obedience to her husband and the husband protection to his wife. The man made all the decisions and the women had to follow. Luckily, their limited rights improved further in the 20th century. They got a protected savings right, they got authorized to conclude an employment contract that said they were legal to collect up to 3,000 francs per year, and they got access to more jobs. More of them got economical vision over the years and they got equivalent in society, or at least in most Western countries. With all women together, they got more and more accomplished, including sexual freedom and even the right to abortion. They got to speak for themselves, and today there are even women in governments who get to speak not only for themselves but also for others. And why wouldn't this be considered as a normal case? We are just as wonderful creatures as men. In many activities we're even better. Research suggests that we learn better, we have higher IQs than men, we evolve harder, we are cleaner, we are better at handling stress, we survive car accidents more often, we are better at seeking comfort, etc. So you might consider to hand over your text to your female employee instead of her male co-worker because she's likely to understand the test better. Why is it that in some countries women still are considered submissive? In history, society assumed that women were suitable for other tests than men, and this led to the deprivation of their rights. In Western countries, women got the opportunity to prove them wrong, but in most Islamic countries they haven't. I'm not saying that the Islam is bad. I think it's a very beautiful religion, just like all the other religions, but unfortunately it is the only culture left in which women are considered inferior. The NOS Journal of the Netherlands shows us the story of Soraya, who was circumcised when she lived in Somalia. I quote her story. I was 13 years old and I got my first period. My mom told me I was going to get a present, but instead she took me to the house of a doctor and said I was going to become a real woman. My arms and legs got tied up to an operation table and I felt how the doctor, a man, felt my vagina with his fingers and cut my organs with scissors. The pain was unbearable. I kicked with my feet and yelled to him he had to stop, but nobody listened. Even my mom did it. Circumcision is an example of deprivation of the rights of women, or in this case, innocent young girls, which still happens every day. You take them the right of their own human bodies and force them to live in eternal pain. The pain rips apart the heart of a child, mentally and physically. And Soraya still does not understand why her mother has done it to her, and very strongly believes this is the will of Allah. If she only knew how life in the Western world is like. If some families want to continue this ritual because they believe it is part of their culture, they can, but they have to wait until her daughter is 18 and she can decide if she wants to be circumcised for herself. We have to give people the developing countries adequate information and show them what religion can do to their children and to themselves. It is an unnecessary causation of pain and harm and an unjustified review to the female sex. Evidence shows that Islamic women mostly say they are fine because they are used to how they are treated, but circumcision, marry someone against her will, and sexual abuse and laws against freedom are not normal aspects to get used to. Women like us have to show them how life can be when you live your own life in freedom and what women are capable of on their own. How wonderful your life and marriage can be if you treat each other equally, and how much unnecessary pain you will prevent. Women should continue to stand up for their rights and let nobody take them away from us. We are a strong race in the society and we have to stand up for each other so we can continue and be the free, beautiful and successful women we deserve to be. Thank you.